72. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another deep video. I feel like I'm gonna be doing these videos like more often. We'll be definitely getting in depth. Shout out to Santi Diego, lovely channel actually. Speaking on some good stuff, some in-depth stuff. We'll definitely be reacting to more of their videos in the future. Thank you to all the people that have been showing love to the videos. It means a lot to me. For the past couple days, I haven't been feeling good, but I've still been posting because that's videos I've recorded already. So, and the reason why I record so much because for days like this, when I don't feel as good, I still have videos to put up. So it's just an ongoing journey. But yeah, I just want to say thank you a lot, people. Thank you a lot. It means a lot because every video I put out, I don't expect it to like hit a crazy amount of numbers. And then when I turn back, it's like, oh, this video hit good numbers. And it's like people show love, that people leave in comments and that I'm responding and stuff like that. So, I just want to say thank you. I'm trying to show some gratitude towards the people who support what I do. So thank you a lot. But today we have a lovely video from these people over there, at San Diego. Shout out to them. And the title says, Brutal lesson from Machiavelli. Yes, I finally got it right. I finally got it right. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Have you ever wondered why, despite being a good person, the world doesn't seem to reward you? You do everything right, treat others with respect, are honest, help whenever you can, but in the end, it's the cunning, the strategists, and even the manipulators who get the most. If kindness
Just
were
like you.
enough, the kindest would rule the world. But they don't. And the reason for this is brutal. Naive kindness is not a virtue, it's a vulnerability. From an early age, we are taught that being a good person is the right path. We are told that honesty always wins, that helping others will bring rewards, that good triumphs over evil. But look around you. Who are the most successful people? The most powerful? The leaders? They are those who know how to balance kindness with strategy, and not those who simply follow moral rules expecting recognition. The reality is that the world does not function based on what is fair, but on what is effective. Machiavelli
Absolutely.
understood this centuries ago. In The Prince, he wrote a shocking sentence: "Men forget the death of a father more quickly than the loss of an inheritance." Does it sound cruel? Yes, but look at how people react in everyday life. Most
Absolutely.
people are not concerned with the common good, but with their own interests. That is human nature. Morality, in essence, is a luxury that can only be afforded by those who already have power. Those who do not have it must earn it before they can afford to be merely good. Now think of the great characters in history. Caesar trusted his allies blindly and was stabbed to death. Jesus Christ preached peace and kindness and was crucified by those he tried to save. Martin Luther King fought for a better world and was assassinated. And the list goes on. All of these men were virtuous. But what did they have in common? They were eliminated by a world that does not reward only good intentions. So, does that mean we should be evil? Absolutely not. The point here is different. Pure kindness without intelligence is a sentence of weakness. If you are overly reliable, someone will take advantage of that. If you are always available, you will not be valued. If you are
Okay.
completely honest, you will be predictable and therefore manipulable. Kindness without strategy is the same as
With one thing I would say, understand that not be a good person, be good to people, but you have to understand in the world of trying to be successful, trying to go and get something, a better life, it's not about being good. It's doing what you need to do. That's what it is. And I feel like that's where we get a lot of the things wrong. It's not that you're a bad person. No, it's just what you need to do to get to where you have to be. That's all it is. But in that, there is no good or bad. It's just like, hey, it might not look good, but that's what you need to do to get to that level that you want to be. That's all it is.
walking around with a target on your back. Society reinforces this illusion because it benefits those at the top. After all, if everyone believes that being good is enough to prosper, no one questions the power structure. But in the real world, the game is different. Naivety can cost you dearly. Have you ever seen that dedicated employee who never says no to the boss, being passed over by someone less qualified but smarter? Or that friend who always helps everyone, but when he needs it, no one is there for him? This happens because people value what is scarce more than what is abundant.
Absolutely.
Being overly good makes you predictable, and predictability does not command respect. The contradiction lies precisely here. People say they value kindness, but they respect strength. They admire gentleness, but they follow those who demonstrate power. Machiavelli made this clear. It is better to be feared than loved, if one cannot be both. And before anyone says that this is just cynicism, look at real life. Charismatic leaders are not just kind, they know when to assert their authority.
Absolutely.
Long-lasting relationships are not built on love alone. They require respect and boundaries. The most successful in the professional world are not those who work the hardest, but those who know how to sell their image and position themselves strategically. Now I ask you, who really wins in the end? The one who acts only with kindness, expecting recognition? Or the one who understands the game and knows how to balance his actions with intelligence? You can continue to believe that pure morality is enough to win. But in the meantime, the true strategists will be taking the best positions, shaping the world around them. And that is where we come to the next point. If kindness alone is not enough, how can we use it as an asset rather than a weakness? How can some people manipulate without anyone noticing, using their own image of good to gain power? The secret is not in abandoning kindness.
You must just understand how to sell. You must just know how to convey yourself in such a way that people believe in what you say. You can convince people to do what you want or believe what you say, right? And that's how manipulation works. Is if you can convince somebody into believing something that they have no idea about. If you make them believe it in their mind, guess what? It becomes the reality. So if I tell you, well, the sky is green, no matter if you go outside and see the sky is blue, if I tell you the sky is green on a long enough time frame, you will slowly and slowly start believing it. If you start considering, is the sky really green? Even though you go outside and you look at it, but you have allowed me to penetrate your mind to the point where you will question what you would see with your own two eyes. And that's how manipulation works, right? So if I tell you, well, the sky is green, and I keep telling, I keep telling you, right? Eventually, you will start seeing the sky is green. You would just be in agreement to it, especially if I have any sort of power over you. If you have any level of power, you will believe what I say because power rules. And when you have power, a lot of people lose their backbone. You know what I'm saying? So they lose all their self-respect and they just give in. So that's more of what it is.
Kindness, but in knowing when and how to use it as a strategic tool. If the world does not reward naive kindness, then why do some good people seem to have so much power? How can certain individuals, apparently kind and altruistic, manipulate, influence, and even dominate others without anyone noticing? The answer to this question lies not in kindness itself, but in how it is used. The reality is that good people, or at least those who know how to play the game, can be much more effective manipulators than those who are openly evil. And the reason is simple. No one suspects them. While those who display open cruelty generate resistance, those who know how to balance the image of kindness with strategy achieve something much more valuable: blind loyalty. Think of the leaders who have gone down in history as saviors, heroes, symbols of compassion. Many of them were, in fact, masters of manipulation. They created an image of benevolence, built an empire of devoted followers, and when the time was right, used that power to achieve their goals, whether noble or selfish. Machiavelli understood this dynamic better than anyone. For him, it was not enough to be merely good or evil. True power lay in the ability to navigate between these two spheres as needed. In The Prince, he made it clear that the appearance of virtue can be more important than the virtue itself. In other words, it doesn't matter so much whether you are actually good. What matters is that others believe you are.
That's
Because
what it is.
perception shapes reality. This may
Absolutely.
sound cold,
And like I was just saying it, if you convince the people to believe what you saying is real, what you saying is true, guess what? You have gained power over them because now it is in their brain, it is in their mind. And what happened to that? It becomes their reality because what you believe is what you see. If you believe there's a ghost in your room when you turn off the light, yes, that ghost is there because you believe it. It might not be true, but you believe it in your mind. So guess what? You're gonna see it with your two eyes, whether it's there or not, because the brain is so powerful, and I don't think we truly understand how powerful the brain is. You know, you when you think of something, you could like manifest it in the physical realm. You can manifest in the physical realm, whether anybody else can see, but only you could see it. That's how powerful your brain is. So if you understand how to manipulate the mind so good to the point where you can convince people to believe in things that they don't know or they haven't seen at all, that is a different level of power that you hold within your hand, right? Especially making them believe it, like full on believing in it. That's a different level of power. Different.
but it's the way the world works. Political leaders, business tycoons, even spiritual gurus have used this strategy for centuries. They know that genuine goodness can be powerful, but when combined with cunning, it becomes virtually unbeatable. A clear example of this is the way some people construct their social image. The good guy, the trustworthy person, the benevolent leader, all these archetypes carry a quiet power because they eliminate all suspicion. And without suspicion, influence becomes absolute. The big difference between those who win and those who lose is not moral character, but social intelligence. Those who understand this realize that kindness is a powerful tool, but only when used strategically. It doesn't mean you have to become fake or manipulative in the traditional sense, but it does mean you need to understand the power dynamics behind how people perceive you. And here's a secret that few see. Those who know how to use kindness as a weapon are much harder to fight. An openly cruel manipulator generates resistance. But a manipulator who dresses up as an altruist, he creates followers, devotees, people who will do his dirty work for him without even realizing it. Whereas a tyrant inspires fear, a benevolent sage inspires loyalty. This explains why so many historical figures, successful business people, and even media personalities achieve so much power without ever appearing threatening. They understand that kindness, when used intelligently, allows people to let their guard down. It allows them to trust, and trust.
Kindness in a way where that's so important that he said that little part. Because you understand, if you, because when talking to people, when only human beings, one of the main thing they fear is being judged for who they are. And a lot of the times, the reason why a lot of people do not open up is because they fear being judged. They don't like being judged, men and women, but it's more female thing. But if you understand that when you speak to people, if you create a no judgment zone, you don't judge them for who they are, you allow them to be who they are. And then you get them comfortable. That is the probably the best duo you could ever combine. That's the best two best thing that you could ever bring together. A place of comfort and a no judgment zone. If you do these two things, the amount of power you could have over somebody is wicked, is crazy insane. There's no level of information that you cannot get from somebody if you do that. But you have to understand how to use this dynamic, right? And see how effective it is. Because that strategy is not something everybody could do, right? So, but you have to understand, especially if you want something out of that person, that comfort go have them, what I'm saying? They're just, you know, telling you stuff that no judgment is gonna go add on to it, but have them do things for you in return because of that, because they never had that before, right? Have them so comfortable in a place where you tell them, I've accepted you for who you are, and I won't judge you for who you are. I would want you to be present with me. I want you to be yourself. Act as who you are. Yes, that's you. I accept that. I accept that side of you. That's okay. It's fine. Right? So then stuff like that, and you have to understand like the wording, the the way you word things to them too is like so important. And I think we call that it's called tone manipulation. You can use tone manipulation even even in how you deliver the message to the person too. So that in itself is deep as well. That's a whole nother topic, but you can use tone manipulation too. It's very powerful as well. But a comfort place and a no judgment zone. Bang, that's it. And be nice, or being gentle, or being very kind, like people say. That plays all into it as well.
Trust is the most valuable currency in the world. And this brings us to an essential question. How can you use this knowledge without becoming a victim? How can you protect yourself from this kind of game? And more than that, how do you play this game without losing your integrity? The answer lies in how you manage your image and behavior. It's not about becoming cruel or manipulative, but rather understanding the art of balancing your kindness with strategy. If kindness without strategy makes you weak and kindness with cunning gives you power, the ultimate question is, how do you play this game without becoming a victim? How do you balance virtue with social intelligence so that you are not exploited, but also do not become someone who is despicable? The answer lies in how you position yourself in the world, and that starts with how people see you. Stop for a moment and think, how are you perceived by others? Are you seen as someone predictable, always approachable, easy to understand? Or are you a mystery, someone people respect because they are never completely sure what you will do next? The uncomfortable truth is that respect does not come from kindness alone. It comes from unpredictability. Machiavelli once said that men judge more by their eyes than by their hands. What does that mean? That reality matters less than perception. It is not enough to be strong. You have to be seen as strong. It is not enough to be intelligent. You have to project intelligence. Be honest. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, no one truly sees you? It's not about lacking value. It's about knowing how to make it visible. The social game isn't fair. If you don't know the rules, you're left behind, but you don't have to stay invisible. In the Anti-Week audiobook, I share 22 strategies to master interaction